Remembering who you are is actually easier than you think it is. I dedicated 6 years of my life going truly deeper into myself, trying to understand what was going on with me, who I truly was, because I knew there was something that I needed to change, there was something missing, and I didn't recognize myself 6 years ago. So I needed to find out more. And I spent 6 years going through so much when in reality was easier than I thought it was. And in this video, I want to give you such a really simple and easier practical steps that you can take to truly remember who you truly are. So if right now you are confused, you are lost, you want to know who you are, you want to go deeper into yourself, you want to know what's the right direction that you want to take in life, but you don't know, you have any clue of how to start, listen up. Unfortunately, we live in a society where they are trying to disconnect us with ourselves more and more and more. And the more we disconnect with ourselves, the more we live in autopilot, the more we live with rules that are not ours, the more we live with beliefs that are not ours, the more we completely forget who we truly are. And some people think that remembering who you truly are, it's finding yourself somewhere else out there, but it is not. Who you truly are is already within yourself. The problem was you have been covering your true self from things that you are not. So dissolving and sharing everything that you're not is actually the solution. However, the way how you start remembering yourself is not by sharing something, it's by following your excitement, following your curiosity, following your enthusiasm towards something. We learn that all these things, our passions, our excitement, etc., are not what make us money, are not what it is possible to do, when in reality it is the answer, it is the solution. Now when I talk about follow your excitement, your enthusiasm, curiosity, it doesn't have to be such a huge thing, such a huge step, it might be, but it might not. It could be go to that trip that you always wanted to do, that you feel so enthusiastic about. Buy that book you're curious about. Dive deeper into a topic that you truly feel very drawn into. Okay, all of these things. Stop in a bar that you always wanted to get a coffee but you never done it before. All of these little things are the things. And the more we disconnect with ourselves, the more we don't pay attention, the more we think it is just, it is not the thing, when in reality it is. The way how I truly remember who I was starting to take steps, starting to take yes to what truly sparked my heart, to what truly meant for me, to how I was truly feeling about that thing. I made a decision to start to say no to everything that I didn't really want to do, to everything that I was feeling inside it wasn't that thing. Instead, starting to say yes to what was giving me enthusiasm, excitement, curiosity. Curiosity was the key for me. My curiosity led me to one thing after another and after another and after another, until I realized that I was creating myself in the process. So you don't find yourself, you create yourself in the process. And in the process of creating yourself, you finally remember who you are. You start remembering. But you cannot start remembering who you truly are if you keep taking steps that you don't want to take, if you keep taking action that are not aligned with yourself, If you keep saying yes when you have to say no instead, that you know that. If you keep not listening, if you don't listen your intuition and you go against it, okay? If you keep saying no to yourself, how can you remember who you truly are? If you keep living a lifestyle that it doesn't match with you, and you know inside yourself, we already know, it's a deep inner knowing. We know the feeling when something is not right, but we do it anyway because it's familiar, because we think it's the right thing, even if it doesn't feel good, because they teach us what's right, but they don't teach us what you feel about it. We are neglecting our emotions, our feelings. That's when you get lost. So when I started to follow my curiosity toward, for example, dive deeper into a particular topic, that thing led me to another thing and another thing and another thing. And then I realized, God, wow, look where I am, look what I'm doing, how I'm changing everything. I'm changing my perspective about something. I'm changing the way I live. I'm changing myself for the sake of following my curiosity. New ideas were coming to my mind, new perspective, new doors were opening. So remembering who you truly are, it's easier than you think it is. And the simple answer is start following your heart. How easy it is. Or let's say simple. Sometimes it's not easy because when you're not used to follow your heart, to follow your intuition, and you have a belief that following your heart will take you to the wrong path, because some people have this belief. I follow my heart years ago. Didn't go good. Didn't go right. It's not the right thing to do. That's a perception and perspective that you have about it. What if the thing that didn't go right, as you expected, as your mind was expecting, was actually the right thing that is supposed to be and go like that? But because we expect things with our mind, when your mind doesn't meet your expectation, you think it's not right, it's not good. But I can guarantee you, if you truly think about the moment, maybe it wasn't true that even if it didn't go how you expected, it was a bad thing. Probably it was still a good thing. Maybe you needed to learn a lesson. Maybe you needed to see things from a different perspective. Maybe you needed to take a different path that you thought it would be. There are so many layers on this, but your heart is never wrong. Your intuition is never wrong. Your deep inner knowing is never wrong. And I know this because I have this deep inner knowing since I was a kid. And whatever I was thinking back then, whatever feeling I had, heck, they were so true. And if I didn't follow my intuition, my inner knowing, my heart, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't become the person I am today. I wouldn't discover my true self. I wouldn't have vision right now that match completely what I am. Goals, calling, purpose, whatever you want to call it. So the key is start reconnecting with your heart. Start saying no to whatever you feel. Start to listen to your feelings because your body already knows. Your body is telling you something. You're not listening. You're not paying attention. And if you do pay attention, you don't follow it. Because sometimes we don't know what it is. And sometimes even if we know, we're scared. Or we think this is not the thing. So start saying no. As simple as a friend asks you to go out, but you don't really feel to go there that day. But sometimes you keep saying yes even if you don't want to. because of people pleasing, because of, how can I say no? Should I say no to my friend? It's uncomfortable sometimes. Set boundaries. Listen to yourself. Because maybe by saying no to that thing, you have now time to explore something that you truly wanted to do. And the more you listen to your intuition, the more you listen to yourself, the more confident you become, the more self-esteem you have about yourself. The more you listen, the more you develop the skill of listening to yourself, until you arrive at a point that you don't even need to ask for opinions. You know. When you know that you know, you know. But imagine living your dream life by keep doing things that you don't really want to do, that don't really match with who you truly are. How can you create yourself? How can you find yourself like this? So the key is, for today, choose one thing that you really wanted to do for a long time, or one thing that you're just drawn to. Even if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter. It will make sense at the right time. You know how many things I started doing it that didn't really make a lot of sense, but they did in the long term. I was able to connect the dots. Go to that place, buy that book, dive deeper into that topic, do that research. Whatever it is, one step at a time. You don't need to jump into step 10 because you probably can't. Just take step 1. They will take you to step 2, 3, 4, and so on. You need to start saying no to what doesn't really matter and start to say yes to what you truly know inside of you is the right things to do. No matter what other people think. Who cares? You are lost, not them. Even though they are lost anyway, but So reconnect with your heart. Start following what excites you the most right now. And see how if you keep doing it repeatedly, your life is going to change. You will change. Guaranteed. I hope this video was helpful. See you in the next one. Bye.